Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Monday, September 29th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this would be a video for you. First off, a couple of clarifications. Number one, the candlestick that you see right there will be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So ticker symbol number one, we are looking at DVLT. Crazy move when you consider just all that drama right there. And then you look at today's movement. But when all this dust has settled, assuming you care about the bigger picture, and what do I mean by that, is if you're some sort of day trader, flipper, scalper, and you bought right there and your plan was to buy and sell within 10 minutes, well then yes, from that perspective, the chart looks really, really bad. But if you do care about the bigger picture, then you do have now a nice solid pattern here going into next week. So let's first start off with the top part of the pattern. And that is that area right there. And then bottom part of the pattern. We have right there, which actually the price is currently testing the bottom of it. And then just to make this pattern all hopefully easier to see, let's keep it the same color. So we have our resistance, we have our support, we have the nice upwards move right there. We have the golf hole down here, and this would be a nice bull flag pattern. So if you like, now some may call this a bull pennant. No need to get too lost in the weeds about terminology because the psychology is the same. There's been a big move up. Now it's doing some consolidating, and now it's just a question of can the price get a move in the upwards direction. So if you like bull pennants, bull flags, then definitely keep an eye on it. Next one here, APLT. Absolutely monster move on this one today. A lot of people talking about it. So moving forward, let's map out some key levels. So the level of support that I would say is the ideal area. I mean, if you say, hey, Clay, what would make this chart look the absolute strongest moving forward? And that would be if the price can stay up there above 94 cents. Now, don't get me wrong. If the price falls below 94 cents, that's not the end of the world or anything like that. But preferably speaking, if the price could stay above it, that'd be a great sign of power. From the big picture, that is where this purple line here comes into play, the 50-period simple moving average. Keyword being moving, because as time goes by, that line is going to move itself higher and higher and get more and more relevant. So again, assuming you care about the broad scope of things, as long as the price does stay above that purple line, then the overall trend is still plenty in the bull's favor. Yes, staying up here above 94 would be great, but not the end of the world if the price falls below it. As far as areas of resistance, no need to overcomplicate this. Just essentially ask the very basic question, right around where did the party stop today? And I'm going to go ahead and call that right up there at the $1.28 mark. Yes, I realize the price did technically go up a little bit higher than that. But like I said, generally speaking, I'm going to go ahead and call the key battleground headed into next week, that $1.28 mark. But anyway, look at it. Great volume today, great price movement. So it'll be interesting to see if this momentum carries into Monday. Next one, BIAF, and we have ourselves another one of these patterns here. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this a little bit quicker because I want to respect your time as much as possible and not sit here and just kind of totally repeat myself. So let's map this out. Now this one looks a little bit different, but the same general idea is true. So once again, we'll keep it the same color. So we have this area of resistance. We have this area of support. Have the big move up right there. And then this one more so looks like, and I would call the bull pennant pattern. But like I said earlier, no need to get in a fist fight over the semantics because it's all about the psychology. The psychology being big move up, a bit of a pullback here, and now it's just a question of can the price get some upwards price movement moving forward. So if you like this price range down below $10, you like bull pennant patterns, then definitely keep an eye on it. Next one here, we were looking at MRM, and overall interesting situation as the dust has seemingly settled. And just a quick recap, huge move up with the gap up, and then the price dropped. And, down around here, it always becomes a very valid question to say, uh-oh, was this just some sort of pump and dump gap and trap? But we seemingly got the answer, and seems like now the price has leveled out based off the fact that the price not only has gone sideways, but actually has a nice upward slope to it. Now, I wish I could say trading was this easy. Just because the price has started to go sideways does not mean for sure guaranteed that the pullback is over and for sure guaranteed this thing is going to curl back upwards. My point is it becomes a lot more plausible at this point in time. Case in point, let's just say the price was still doing this, and then I'm sitting here saying, hey, it's looking like this could be the bottom. You'd be totally justified to say, what are you talking about? Based on what? The price is literally just going straight down. But that's not the case. Again, not guaranteed that it's done going down, but it becomes way more plausible given the current price movement. And then in terms of areas of resistance, if this thing is going to try to curl itself back upwards, right there around $3.31, I think is a key breakout area. So yeah, nasty pullback here, but now it's consolidating. So can the price get a push up next week? Grab your popcorn. Next one here, NUAI, and overall we have another one of these bull pennant patterns. So again, in the spirit of not wanting to waste your time, let me just draw this in here and map it out. So there's our resistance, there's our support. So resistance, support, nice move up, golf hole down here. So we have ourselves another bull pennant pattern. So if you are somebody that likes bull flags, bull pennants, then headed into next week, there's definitely several choices. Real quick, I want to take a break and help you overcome a very common problem out there, and that is the pattern day trader rule, where you'd like to be a day trader, but because of these rules, you're not able to make as many day trades as you want every single day. Well, there is a way around this, and for a very small amount of money too. And I understand, so all this can sound a little bit too good to be true. What's the catch? Totally understand, which is why I say and why I'm inviting you to come check out the live stream. Come ask me questions. Come see it with your very own eyes. It's what I've been doing, and I absolutely love it. So not only is there no pattern day trader rule, but the market you will gain access to moves, to be quite frank, way better than small caps, way better than penny stocks. So if you like big movements, then definitely this is also a market where you would be able to find that for sure. So like I said, if anything, if you're skeptical, I get it. Come check out the live stream. Next one here, NVDA, and not a whole lot to report. It's pretty much just chopping back and forth. Now, again, today individually, if you're a day trader, I understand, yeah, the price started off here, came all the way down here, got a very nice bounce off of that. All that is completely true. But looking at it from more of just a single day, looking at multiple days, all the levels that I talked about before are still intact. Although the one note, and if you watch past videos, hopefully remember me talking about that pink line right there, the 200 period moving average. And you can see today, price went down there and found support at that level very, very beautifully. So moving into next week, that remains the key area of support. Right now, that value is at 175.60. As of right now, the price is doing a fantastic job of starting to bounce back off from that point, but still a lot of work that needs to be done. Now, the nice dynamic here in the very near term is the price has gotten back above that purple line, the 50 period. You can see that was a resistance, and then a whole lot here, a resistance. But last 30 minutes of the day, the price is now up above that purple line, so that is certainly a good step in the right direction. But again, from a bigger picture standpoint, the big battleground out there is still the 179.80 mark. Price has been up here several times, and not that it can't break above it, but the chart is suggesting that there are some sellers up there, and then if the price is going to be able to push through there, the bulls are really going to need to bring their A game. But all things considered, from where the price was at its lowest to where it's be able to bounce back to, let's see if the momentum carries into next week. Next one here, GPUS, and yeah, you guessed it, we're going to be looking at ourselves another bull pennant pattern with the top of the pattern right up there at 0.468. And then down here on the bottom part, we have a nice upsloping trend line like that. Let me change that to green. And then just again, to make sure that we can all see the pattern, let's keep it the same. So we have our area of resistance. We have our area of support. You have the nice upwards move right there. You have the golf hole down here, so we have ourselves another bull pennant. I'd say the biggest difference here is this one happens to be a penny stock. So if you are somebody that likes bull pennants, but you prefer to stick down in the world of penny stocks, here you go. Next one, OPEN, and overall, the chart is doing just fine. Now, this will mean a little bit more if you watch past videos, but I put in that line right there as more so that ideal level, meaning, if the price stays above it, that would certainly make it look the best. But you can see today the price ultimately did break down below it, and then got rejected by it again. So like I said, I'll get rid of that level. So it's not nearly as good as what it could be looking like. However, by no means is the chart destroyed. In fact, when you look here in the near term, in terms of how it's been behaving, looking at that pink line right there, the 200 period simple moving average, you can see the price has done an absolutely fantastic job of, if you just want to envision the price as a surfer, and then the pink line as the wave, you can see right here, doing a fantastic job of just surfing on top of that wave. And if it can continue to do that into next week, that would be great. Even if it doesn't, you still do have the purple line down there, which I've talked about plenty, which you now know would also be an important level. So yes, today it did break down through that trend line, but it's still above both of these moving averages, which is key. And then in terms of areas of resistance, nothing new here to talk about. The level I've talked in past ones right here at 913, you can see is still totally intact. So from that angle of things, really no updates. But yeah, we'll see next week, if the price can indeed curl upwards and maybe get a break through 913. Next one here, WOLF, and nice pattern here. In fact, one of my favorites. So let's get this drawn into place. So we have our area of resistance right here. we have our area of, there we go, support right there. Change that to green. And let me just keep it all one color so you can see resistance, support, and this is what I would deem a falling wedge pattern, which is actually a bullish pattern. A rising wedge is bearish, but in this situation we have a falling wedge, which is bullish. So as I've said on the other ones, just because something's a bull flag or bull pennant doesn't mean the price is going to go upwards, but it's certainly more than plausible to think that if the price consolidates out, comes up here and breaks through there, that break could create additional buying pressure. Again, is that guaranteed to happen? Absolutely not. Is that a valid question to throw out there as a possibility? In my opinion, absolutely. So if you like stocks down below $5, you like falling wedge patterns, keep an eye on Wolf. Next one here, TSLA Tesla, and what a wild day, and I mean that as a compliment. Well, I guess it depends if you're long or short, but talk about a crazy start. Price gapped up, came all the way up here, hit that level, then basically collapsed right back down. And then from there, one green candle after another, I suppose there were over that entire span. 2 red candles, but besides that, it was just a slow and steady grind all day long. So very, very impressive recovery. If you watch the previous videos, then hopefully you remember me talking about 422 as a key level, and you can see that's ultimately where the price stepped up right there. So overall, very, very nice bounce. And moving forward now, yes, these levels are areas of support, but the more ideal is now going to be that purple line right there, 50-period moving average, which I've talked about several times before. So as time goes by and as that line moves higher and higher, as long as the price stays above there, then that is certainly best case scenario. But even if the price falls below it, again, the chart's not destroyed or ruined because you still do have these other key areas of support down there. In terms of areas of resistance, very straightforward now, headed into next week. You can see back from a few days ago, the party was rocking and rolling. And then right here at that level of the $444 mark, the price got rejected back down. Not saying that'll happen again, but just that moving into early next week, that'll definitely be public enemy number 1. But all in all, very, very nice way to start, to end the week here for Tesla. So that wraps up the top 10 lists. And again, if you want to get around the pattern day trade rule, or maybe that's not a big deal to you, but you want a market that moves very smoothly and that, again, makes penny stocks, makes small caps seem kind of slow, then definitely check out the market that I've been trading. So swing by the live stream, ask me questions, and I'd be happy to provide any sort of clarity that you need. So thanks for hanging out. As always, hit that like button and have a great weekend, and hopefully I'll see you on the live stream sometime next week.